Mr. Faiparik, in an interview with this newsroom, expressed dissatisfaction towards the manner in which the stakeholders at the airport perimeters were handling his issues with his baggage being missing for almost 3 months. He shared that he was on holiday with his family on the 8th of December last year when his bag was mistakenly taken by an Indonesian officer at Jackson's airport.
Okay, after 2 weeks holiday was up, we came to Port Moresby. Upon arrival, I went straight to the Enugu cargo, the lost package. I went inquired and they said, no, sir, we cannot find any of your bag. We traced all the ports throughout PNG. 2 weeks. They traced all the boats and they didn't find my bag.
He stated that he had raised complaints with PX lost baggage officers and they put out a trace notice to all ports to locate his bag. However, it took longer than expected.
I went over and then I asked the NAC officers if they could help me. And then they told me, oh, which plane did your cargo got lost? I said, Enugu. And they told me, you go back to Enugu and you go to them and they will put a formal report to them. But I was frustrated already. I said, no, I was Enugu, they didn't find my bag. And then I went quite what I said, they told me to come to you, to NAC. And now NAC, you tell me to go, no, I'm not satisfied.
He further stressed on how he managed to get his bag.
My Indonesian friends, and that's when they picked up my bag. That my bag was in the Indonesian border office. But they took it over to Jayapura. And then they saw that that bag didn't belong, no, so they just left it there. They just left the bag in the border, in the Indonesian border office. So it was there, and from there, they handed over to the Indonesian PNG consular office. And then they waited for someone to come over to PNG. They'll bring and yesterday, the PNG Defense Force, attached to Indonesia, Colonel Dominic Bulunggor. He was coming to PNG, so when he came to Jayapura, they gave the bag to him, and he brought the bag over to Port Moresby, and that's how I picked up the bag.
He further highlighted on a series of concern after going through this experience.
What I want is this Enugu or airlines PNG, they must supposed to tighten up their way of how to relocate lost package. Any bag get lost, and if the customers go in and inquire passengers, that's what it is. They must liaise with the NAC. So this NAC protocol officer also, that officer, he failed. He or she failed also. He didn't do the job. He should still, if I had relied on the NAC protocol officers to retrieve my bag, unfortunately, they will not get my bag. I have to stay with myself to inquire.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.